Fitz, I wanted to ask you, X-Man had another interception today. He's got 7 on the season. When you have someone that like that on defense to give you guys the ball back, how does that help you?
Yeah, I mean, turnovers are such a big part of this game. It's momentum, it's field position, it's just confidence overall. So, we don't take that for granted on offense that they're doing that and creating those turnovers because we know it's difficult to do and they've been really good at it. But it's a great feeling to be sitting on the bench looking at the tablet and, somebody handing you your helmet and say, hey, we're back up. X got another interception. And it's unbelievable. He's always around the ball. He's always got his hands on the ball. So he's a pretty special player in that regard.
Ruthie?
Hey, Fitz, a couple weeks ago, you were sitting here talking to us about you didn't know if you were ever going to start in an NFL game again. And today you had that opportunity to do so. And you go out there and you play well and you win the game. Just kind of walk us through that roller coaster of emotions, if you can, of just, obviously I'm sure you don't want to be hurt, but to get another chance to start in a game and get a win.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of been the story of my career. It's been so up and down, and I'm in the lineup and I'm out of lineup and I'm back in. And it just, for me, just trying to stay steady, just trying to, provide the team with leadership and going out there when my number's called and playing well. And that's what I had to try to do in this situation. But I mean, I tell you guys the same thing every time I come off the field. I love playing. I love being out there. So it was fun to be out there today.
Steve?
Ryan, what was your week like with the uncertainty of the situation, and when did you know for sure you were starting today?
It was, there was so much uncertainty throughout the week. We really had no idea. And, with a young guy and with an old guy, it's easier for the old guy not to get any reps. So, it was just it was up in the air all week. And then, I didn't know if I'd be out there or not. So it was, unfortunate for Tua to have the thumb, but I was happy to be able to go out there with the guys today.
Cam?
Hey, Fitzy, I know you turned 38 this past week. It was funny to see you running the option play out there in the fourth quarter. I'm curious, just sort of how do you feel, when you do those sort of things at this age?
Yeah, I think that one might have been in the game plan for Tua, not me. I don't know. But when it came in as the play call, I laughed to myself and called it and was very surprised. But maybe 10 years ago I score on that thing, but I was glad to get the first down.
Hal?
Hi, Fitz. Past week there was talk from Tua especially about receivers not looking like they're open, but they really are open. And I'm wondering, when you're throwing to Devontae Parker, what do you see out of a guy who, is going to fight for every ball and more often than not come down with so many? What's it like throwing to a guy like that?
Devontae's very special, with the 50-50 ball and some of those tough catches. And so, for us and really for me as a quarterback, if teams are going to give us the opportunity to do that, then I'm going to give Devontae the opportunity to make that play more often than not. And, people can say sometimes that's not the right move and whatever else, but if I've got a guy that I trust that I've seen do it over and over and over again, then I'm going to give him every opportunity to make a play. And he did a great job making some of those today. It was just a lot of man coverage out there and a pretty classic Devontae Parker game when you play him in man coverage.
Omar?
Fitz, I wanted to know, I guess this has been a kind of a weird season for you, or maybe not, considering you've been through this before. Has this kind of reignited your fire to keep playing?
It has been such a strange season. And really when you throw COVID in there, that's probably the most difficult, not being able to see my family as much as I see them, not being able to bring the kids in the locker room after the games. There's a lot of stuff that I take a tremendous amount of pride in and so much joy in being able to provide for my family that I haven't been able to do this year. So that's made it really difficult for me. And everybody's had sacrifices and things they've had to do in order to get this season, played and these games played. But this season for me has been very difficult for that reason. But yeah, I mean, if we took everything else out of it and it was just, me playing football, yeah, 100%. I think last year maybe reignited me more than this year. I've been ignited for a little while now, but yeah, I like being out there.
We've got time for one more, Joe.
All right. Ryan, coach reiterated once again that when healthy, Tua will be the starter. And you've been very supportive and consistent about that, saying that this is a forever decision and you're going to support him as the starter and that it's his team. How important do you think that is for everyone to be on the same page, meaning the coach, the quarterbacks, the team?
I do think that's important. And I think just in the quarterback room in general, having each other's backs and supporting each other, I think that's very important because it is such a tough position to play. But, I've now been put in a different role. And when my number's called, I'm going to go out there and win games for this team. So, Flo's the head coach and we listen and respect what he says and we go from there.
Hey, Mike, I think there were several times throughout the TV broadcast where we could hear your vintage scream and celebrating, big catches, the touchdown. How happy were you to be out there with Fitz again?
Honestly, just a good team win. Guys making plays. Offense was moving the ball, defense was getting it back for us. Overall, happy to come back to Jersey, where I'm from, get a win, and help this team get a win. Now we go back to Florida, get out of this cold weather.
Adam?
Mike, it's a strange dynamic when you have an incumbent veteran quarterback and then a rookie first rounder to take his place. How in the locker room have you handled this dynamic? Tua's ups, Tua's downs, Fitz coming and going. What's it been like trying to operate a team?
Honestly, just kind of roll with the punches and just keep going. It's you just gotta follow whatever the coaches are putting you guys in position to be successful. And, no matter who's in a quarterback, I think I said this, I don't know if it was to you guys. I mean, this is my third year, and every year I've played with, several quarterbacks in a year. My rookie year I played with a couple quarterbacks. Last year we, rotated quarterbacks for a couple of games. This year, switching quarterbacks. Now, a guy goes down, Fitz comes back in. Like, it just is what it is. So you just got to be ready to, make the most of the opportunities when they come.
Travis?
Hey, Mike, I had a question for you on the touchdown catch. It looked like the safety there tried to reroute you, and you just kind of blew right through him. I was curious to get your own evaluation on your ability to kind of deal with contact at the NFL level from, where you were as a rookie, year one, all the way up to year three now, as you're catching touchdowns like that.
Yeah, I think I've learned more about, releases and, using my hands, making moves on guys and not just trying to beat them with my speed because at this level, everybody can run. So, I knew that, 32 was going to come down, try to get hands on me. It was cover zero. There was nobody back there. So I knew if I just got his hands off me and, Fitz, when we broke the huddle, Fitz said, Mike, it's coming to you no matter what. I said, okay. So, when you hear that, go out and make a play. So I had to get his hands off me, had to get open. I ran back, Fitz threw the ball as high as the stadium. That thing was up there for, it felt like a minute. And I just jumped up, caught it. And you would have thought I caught the game-winning touchdown at the Super Bowl because I was so excited.
Soften.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you about, Mike. Every time you score a touchdown, I don't know if you're more excited than the next time you've done it, but this one was definitely far more exciting. Just what did that mean to you to score in your home state?
Yeah, it was cool. I was actually thinking about it afterwards. We played when I was at Penn State. We obviously played Rutgers twice here in Jersey, never scored. Played here at the Jets twice now, never scored. And now today came back, got a win, and got a touchdown back here in New Jersey. So it was cool. It was fun. I love catching the ball. Like, I love catching the ball. Like, I do so many, extra drills and extra catches and extra, this and that throughout the course of the week to, put myself in position to make a play. And, catching a touchdown was great. But the thing I'm going to be thinking about tonight is I ran probably a 3-yard in, like a quick slant, and ended up, not making the catch. So that's the kind of the thing that I'm thinking about right now is, man, like I had him. I mean, it's a 3-yard catch. It's not going to help, it's not going to change the outcome of the game or anything like that. But to me, I just like to prove and show that when the ball comes my way, like I have to come down with it no matter what it is. So
We'll take 2 more, Joe.
Hey, Mike, Fitzpatrick has the ability to create a lot of plays that are 15 plus, 20 plus, a lot of those plays to you, and also today to Devontae. What is it about his approach to the game that enables that to occur?
I think with Fitz, he knows it's going to happen before it happens. So I was like today on my touchdown, he said, hey, it's coming to you regardless. So like he knows what's going to happen before it happens. And he's gonna take chances. And a lot of people want to talk about, oh, he takes chances and that's why he throws interceptions. This, that, the other thing. He's been pretty damn good when he's been taking chances for at least wearing the Dolphins uniform. So I mean, when you got guys like Devontae and you got guys on the team like we have, and you give us some chances. I mean, Devontae today. I mean, how many times are you going to play in man coverage? It's like, why are you doing that? Like, play cover 2 or something else, because Devontae he's going to run. He's going to get the guy on his hip. The ball's going to be back shoulder. He's going to catch it, and he's not going to say anything when he celebrates. He's just going to shake his head and like do his thing like he does, and that's it. Like, so Devontae's going to have his 8 for 120, and we're just going to go about our day. So,
Our last one, Cam.
Hey, Mike, I want to go back onto your touchdown. It looked like you were on the basketball court again, trying to get position. What is it about those, maybe like you said, those 50-50 balls, those chances that you guys connect with Fitz and have that sort of chemistry when when that's called? Yeah,
I think that kind of goes back to what I'm saying is he kind of sees it before it happens, so he knows, all right, this is going to be 0. This is going to be, I'm going to take my matchup that I like and I'm going to give him a chance. So, and then in my mind, it's like, okay, like, this is my shot. You go through all week of practice, you go through, watching the film, you go through all the preparation for a couple opportunities on Sunday. So, when you get your shot, you go make it. So on those, where it's a high ball or where it's back shoulder or where it's a 50-50 ball, those are the things that I pride myself in, is coming down with them. So, I was happy to make the play for him, happy to, make the play for the team, and get the win and heading back to South Florida.
Hey, Nick, throughout the game, as the offense kind of took a while to get going, they had a couple turnovers. It just seemed like you guys never felt this thing was in jeopardy, the way the defense played. Just talk about that, and as in control as you guys seemed the entire game.
Yep. Before the game, Coach Flo always preaching, let's play complementary football. So defense is slacking, offense need to pick them up. If offense, struggling a little bit, defense has to pick them up. So we got to play as a team, and I think that's just what we went out there and did today.
Josh?
Hey, Nick, congrats on your interception. I was wondering, when you have a teammate who's the NFL leader in that category, does it kind of bring the fire to the rest of the guys that, you want to keep up with them like that?
No, for sure. It's inspiring. Like, the way he just gets his hand on the ball, we always talk about, he really should have like 12 or something. He'll drop one and pick one. So it's like, man, you trying to keep up and just make as many plays as that man. And it just pushes me every day. Definitely. He's a great player.
Hey, Nick, congratulations. I'm curious. This defense, I'll have to look up the stat, at least top 5, top 2 or 3 in turnovers. Such a turnaround from last year, even though a lot of the players are the same. What is the difference in you guys' ability to force turnovers?
I think we're just growing as a unit, trusting in each other, trusting where we're going to be on the field. So, and holding each other accountable to make those plays, because sometimes we don't make them in practice. We'll get on each other's ass. So, just so we can execute in the game. And I think that's what's helped us a lot.
Travis?
Hey, Nick, I've got a cool stat for you here. Of the Jets' 23 running plays, 15 of them gained 3 yards or less. And that obviously creates a lot of third and long situations. I'm curious from a defensive back's perspective, how does that kind of change your approach, maybe help what you guys do on the back end?
No, that's definitely big because when you stop them on that first down, it puts them in an awkward situation, second and long, and they'll try to get to some random player, something that they need to get back on track. And if they don't get that, then it's third and long, and they're really stuck. So it definitely puts us at an advantage if we can get out there and get good run stops on first down, second down.
Steve?
Nick, how big did that 4th and 1 stop seem at the time?
No, that was huge. That was a big play in the game. Might have been the biggest play in the game. And E-Rob, he's been doing that a lot this year, and I knew he's going to go in there and blow it up again. So when he did that, we all got hyped for him, celebrated for him. That was huge. You could hear it from the sideline.
Stopping?
Nick, I don't think we specifically asked you about your interception and how you felt after that play. What were some things that you saw, and how does it feel for you to kind of bring one down, your third of your career?
Oh, no, it felt good. I've been talking about it a lot with the coaches these past couple of weeks. I need to get one, like X only one with a pig, So definitely felt good to get out there, get my hands on the ball. We know 82 is one of their main go-to targets, so Sam ended up throwing the ball, trying to force it, so end up with the pick.
All right, last one, Hal?
Nick, could you describe the mindset for your defense after the offense turns the ball over? It seemed like you really picked up the offense and got them out of a jam.
Yeah, no, like I said, we're trying to play complementary football. We got to pick each other up when the other one's down. Like when we saw that play happen, defense up, we all got rallied around each other. Let's go. Let's get a 3 and out. Let's get a stop right here so we can get the offense the ball again. And it ended up working out for us.
Landon, what's up, man? When you hit Frank, in that hole on that 4th and 1, what are you feeling at that moment? What does that feel like?
It's big. As a defense, when it comes down to them 4th and 1s, it's a lot on the mentality. Feel what I'm saying? So, I look at it like if a team want to run the ball on 4th and 1, it's more so disrespectful as a defense, and it tests your defense. And as weeks been going, we've been getting real good in them situations. And, I had the opportunity to make a play for my team and was able to make it and execute it.
Hal?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Elandon, can you tell me the mindset of the defense? Twice you had to go back out there after the offense turned the ball over. What's going through your mind at that point?
To be honest with you, man, we get paid to play defense. No matter what the situation is, I think, Coach Flo, Chris, and the guys upstairs did a great job, building the team. And I think our defense is built for them situations, and it's our job to go out there, on changes. We work them situations in practice, and hey, you got to go out there and execute and stuff like that, because throughout the year, it's going to be times that, we put, we need the offense, or the offense and need defense, or it's going to be a total team effort, and that's what just the game is about.
Travis?
Hey, Elandon. One of my favorite stats from this game is you guys had 23 run plays as a defense, and 15 of those went for 3 yards or fewer. I was just curious to get your take on what winning those early rundowns can do for the defense on 3rd down and for the entire game, really.
I do big, it's no secret, we was very disappointed in our run defense a week ago. And I think we came out and played good fundamental Dolphins football, and we was able to, play some good run defense this week.
Adam?
I'm curious. It seems like this defense, literally every time that you need a certain kind of big play, turnover, 4th down stop, you mentioned last week was the anomaly. How much confidence right now is this defense playing with, and where does that confidence come from?
I think confidence comes from just trusting one another and knowing if I do my job, someone on the D, if not, yourself, will make the play. So that's what it's about, man. We late in December. Once after Thanksgiving, it comes to, back to fundamental football. You know, you down the stretch, you know, it's you eliminate the my bads, you know, and as a defense, we just been out there taking it one play at a time. You know, we don't think too far ahead, and we don't let the moment get too far ahead of us. We just take it one play at a time.